to you by
Youth, elderly, and persons with disabilities. It's time to choose our leaders. Let's show up and participate in the special interest group elections. Starting June through August this year. Your vote, your voice. My vote, my voice. This message is brought to you by the Uganda Electoral Commission.
And of course, on the 25th of July 2025, it is your Friday where we celebrate you, allowing us into your space. My name is Patricia Lukoma Mpango. Mogalo Mohammed is already with us on sign language. First though, let's look at the top stories. In our headlines tonight, President Yoweri Museveni launches the CHAN 2024 tournament in Uganda. President Museveni commits to construct Bataka Administrative Complex, Luatamo House. Kano Edith Nakalema intervenes in extortion case involving UA staff. And lastly, Sailfish and Swim Safe Uganda train youth on water safety. As we start off with a CHAN launch, Uganda is ready to host the Africa Nations Championship. This was a song at Kololo Independence Grounds at the grand launch of the tournament. Let's hear more in this report.
The President of the Republic of Uganda, Yoweri Museveni, has officially launched the 2024 African Nations Championship CHAN, co-hosted by Uganda, Kenya and Tanzania.
And others, we will be clapping. Can I ask us to be lively? Football is fun. Sports is fun. Can we ask clap for the President? That is entirely for the local organizing team, Uganda.
In his remarks, President Museveni highlighted government efforts in the promotion of games and sports in the country.
When we bid together with Tanzania and Kenya as East Africa, that's now another advantage. To remember that, by the way, do you know that we are brothers? Some people don't remember that. They think when they hear Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, I don't know what. What is the difference? Nobody can tell you. That Mzungu said this was Rwanda, this is Burundi, this is Tanzania, this is Uganda. But the people are the same people in many cases. So now in this case, apart from all the other advantages, we now teamed together to compete for the hosting. That's now another advantage in this case.
The President further highlighted how sports activities enable the body to react health-wise and that a healthy person is able to coordinate fully.
When we talk of sports, I remember 3 sets or 4 sets of advantages. Set number 1 is to the sports persons and the public. There are a number of advantages. Number 1, stamina and determination. sports helps you to develop stamina and determination. Otherwise, you will not succeed because it's a bit tiresome, but it teaches you to persist, have both stamina of body, but also of character.
The president further highlighted how hosting of CHAN prompted construction of other infrastructures like stadiums and roads across the country.
We are looking forward to the games. Of course, there will be another advantage when people come here. They will see Uganda is a good destination for relaxation. They can always come back.
In her remarks, the Minister for Education and Sports, Janet Kataham-Seveni, highlighted the unity brought about by sports. She also talked of benefits Uganda will acquire from hosting the CHAN tournament through installation of the stadiums and sports facilities already built.
Whereas the government of Uganda has invested in sports infrastructure to rise to the level of meeting CAF standards for CHAN 2024, it is a fraction of the long-term benefits that our country shall reap, including but not limited to providing an opportunity for talent to be nurtured through utilization of these facilities. Uganda has utilized the opportunity to host CHAN 2024 to upgrade stadia like Fufa Kadiba, like Mutesa II Stadium, Wankurukuku, and Chambogo Sports Grounds. The development of these stadia has enabled the government to leave assets that were perhaps not envisaged in the near future for these communities. I must assure you now that the government is ready to co-host a successful CHAN 2024, which shall be remembered for a long time in the minds and hearts of all those that shall participate in this tournament.
Secretary General of the East African Community, Veronica Ndova, emphasized the impact of CHAN, saying it's not just about football only. It was at this moment that the president unveiled the Cranes jersey, Uganda's symbol for CHAN, as well as a photo moment with the former Crane stars. Uganda is co-hosting the CHAN tournament with Kenya and Tanzania as a predecessor to the upcoming Africa Cup of Nations. Reporting for ABC TV, Helen Barbara and Emon Ngabo.
Now, relatedly on CHAN reactions, 6 days to the upcoming CHAN tournament, Federation and ministries have been up in arms to ensure a successful tournament. UBC TV managed to speak to different stakeholders on what it meant for Uganda to host such a tournament.
Here in Uganda, in our home. So for the fans, for everyone, it's an opportunity to see all those people that we've just been hearing of and watching on DSTV. Now it is time to watch them live. But more importantly, this has given us an opportunity to build infrastructure. Yes. The NRM government, under the leadership of President Museveni and the First Lady, have put together quite a number of infrastructure. Yes. We've done Hoima, Nambole has been done, Chambogo, Makerere. Yes. And I think that's very, very important.
Well, I want to thank entirely the Football Federation of Uganda Football Association, Engineer Moses Magogo, and his colleagues, particularly the President of FA Kenya and the President of Tanzania Football Federation. They came together and looked at how do we make this go through. Yes. But Engineer Moses was able to come back home, held a meeting with us. Yes. We went to meet the President. And that's why I want to thank our Minister, our ma'am, for accepting the idea and for following it up with the President. And I entirely want to say this. In terms of sports infrastructure development, yes, what this competition has done for Uganda is historic. And I can promise you, sports in Uganda will never, ever be the same again.
Indeed, this is a great opportunity for Uganda, East Africa, and Africa. But to bring home football is one of the big legacies of government and the people of Uganda. And I want to salute the government, the His Excellency, the President, my senior minister, who is the Minister of Education and Sports, who is the chairperson of the local organizing committee, for making this happen during this time, this season. Yes.
Let's go down and look at the sports infrastructure, Doctor. How pleased are you with the works that are currently going on in the country in terms of sports infrastructure?
This is the moment, like I mentioned, Uganda is now taking its rightful shape in terms of sports development and in terms of facilities. Having seen what is happening in Hoima City and also in Lira, to note that we are on progress. The stadium in Hoima is at 77%, while Akibwa is at 17%, and we hope we will be moving positively well as we plan to host Chan this coming month, but also to host AFCON in 2027.
First of all, even as we speak now, there has been a lot of focus on Tour Destination Uganda as a host country. So just that visibility, both on the African continent, but even globally, is enough, because everyone is going to start talking about Uganda. When we talk about the country, then of course you pick interest in the other beautiful things that the country has to offer, and that's our wildlife, our culture, our food. So the visibility alone, because of us hosting.
Well, that was all about Chan. Now, as we move ahead, the Prime Minister of Uganda, Right Honorable Napak, has presided over the Africa Day 2025 celebrations in New York. Speaking at the African Union Commission's permanent mission, Napak called on African countries to reflect, engage and recommit the goals of Agenda 2063 and the Global 2030 Agenda.
During the high-level political forum, Napak delivered the keynote address and urged African governments to take advantage of such platforms to drive real transformation on the continent.
Africa we want is within reach, but only if we act with unity, urgency, and ambition. Uganda remains committed to work closely with you all to advance the implementation of the Agenda 2030 and 2063 agenda for Africa.
Napak, who currently chairs the Bureau of the 11th session of the Africa Regional Forum on Sustainable Development, used the moment to call for renewed commitment to the African Union's long-term goals. She said this Africa Day gathering builds on the outcomes of the regional forum Uganda hosted in April this year. She challenged African leaders to shift focus from talk to action, especially in building partnerships that deliver results.
For instance, in 2023, only 19 of vulnerable African accessed social protection benefits, compared to a global average of 52%. Meanwhile, Africa spends just 3.7% of the GDP on social protection, excluding health, far below the global average of 12.9%. These figures highlight the urgency of mobilizing resources, scaling up partnerships, and rethinking delivery mechanisms.
The Deputy Chairperson of the African Union Commission, Ambassador Malika Haddadi, said Africa is making progress, but more must be done.
Second, we must ensure coherence and convergence. National development plans, the aspirations of Agenda 2063, and the Sustainable Development Goals must reinforce one another, not compete for attention or funding. Third, we must redefine partnerships for a new era. True partnerships should not be transactional. They should be anchored in mutual respect, co-creation, and shared responsibility, where knowledge, not just capital, is equally exchanged.
The Deputy Secretary General of the United Nations, Amina J. Mohammed, reaffirmed the UN's commitment to support Africa's development journey.
Excellencies, Africa's journey towards 2030 and 2063 and beyond is not a sprint, it is a relay race where each nation, each community, and each individual carries the baton forward. The African Sustainable Development Report 2025 that we are launching today represents both the progress and the challenges from a continent still writing its greatest chapter.
But if we have that determination, then we can walk on that bridge between hope and achievement. I've seen that determination in the work that I've been doing this past year right across Africa. And let me suggest that we must match it. We must match it with action, with continuing solidarity, and I particularly appreciated the words of Ambassador Haddadi, who made it clear that there are elements that we have to look at that go beyond the transactional.
Uganda's delegation included Minister for General Duties Honorable Justice Kasule Lumumba, Uganda's Deputy Permanent Representative to the UN Ambassador Godfrey Kwoba, and the Director of Uganda's SDG Secretariat, Dr. Albert Byamugisha.
Now, the Minister for Education and Sports, Janet Museveni, has commended the recently concluded merging process of government corporations, noting that it has been implemented smoothly within her ministry, with some assignments already completed and others still going on.
The ongoing process of merging government agencies has been praised for its smooth coordination with various ministries, with several assignments accomplished and others in progress. However, government agencies have been urged to ensure that the staff validation exercise does not disrupt operations while prioritizing existing staff during appointments.
You ought to have a common agenda of bringing debate to a higher level. I am very happy that you have involved the Ministry of Public Service, I heard this from your submission, a key stakeholder in the implementation of rationalization of government agencies and public expenditure, we call APEX. Public service should be able to guide you during this transition.
In her speech, Minister Janet Museveni, through Dr. Muingo, highlighted that the retreat aimed at inducting members of Uganda Health Professions Assessment Board is an opportunity to strengthen efficiency and service delivery. Dr. Muingo revealed that statistics from 2024 indicate that over 42% of Ugandan youth remain unemployed. He emphasized that the NRM government has responded by enacting enabling laws and policies to equip citizens with skills needed in the job market.
His Excellency the President of Uganda, retired General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, ascended the Pivot Act of 2025 on the 27th of January 2025. The Act, which was a bill yesterday, now it's a law, is a tremendous milestone for the country and the education sector.
The chairperson of the Uganda Health Professions Assessment Board, Dr. Alfred Ruwale, applauded the Ministry of Education's policies and leadership for enabling the successful merging of agencies, a process that is already benefiting communities.
We are humbled by the trust that the First Lady and the Honorable Minister of Education and Sports put in us. We are humbled because there are very many professionals in this country who could have been given this opportunity. But to narrow on us, we take it with the utmost humility. And we pledge to do our best. Honorable Minister, our assessment is this job is our size. We can deliver it. We have what it takes to deliver it. And where we reach our limits, we now know where to go for help. And we are very sure we'll get the help we need. So that is the confidence we have.
The Executive Secretary for Uganda Health Professions Assessment Board, Helen Mukakarisa Kataratambi, also shared her thoughts on the induction training for board members.
Happy with the UPAB constituencies as highlighted by the law and the representatives appointed by the First Lady and Minister of Education and Sports. They are very taken for Honorable Minister and have a wealth of experience that is necessary in shaping the strategic direction of the board. We thank you once again.
Now, the head of State House Investors Protection Unit, Shipu Kano Edith and Nakalima Friday, intervened in an extortion case involving an employee of Uganda Wildlife Authority. Dr. Rachel Mbabazi, a manager at Uganda Wildlife Authority, extorted over 47 million shillings from Haji Isaac Mulindwa, who wanted to purchase wild animals and put them to his 640-acre land at Busika, Matuga.
Haji Mulindwa paid the money in question to Mbabazi through the recipient, Dr. Rachel Mbabazi's private bank and mobile money accounts. According to Dr. Mbabazi, the money was meant to transport the animals to the victim's farm. Haji Mulindwa also paid $8,000 to our bank account as payment for the wild animals and subsequently fulfilled all the other necessary requirements in May 2023. He later received a license from our Giving Him Authority to own 100 wild animals privately. Out of 100 animals, Haji Mulindwa received only 31 of them.
If I come forward to invest a lot of money in this regard, a lot of money, and they come to your office because you in State House, whatever you're doing, I complain, I don't want to listen, you don't want to bring people, couples to the table like this one. When we are together, we earn a lot of things.
Addressing the press at Shipu offices in Kampala, Kano Nakolema revealed that her office is mandated to ensure that wrong elements like Mbabazi leave government offices. Kano Nakolema further urged Ugandans, particularly the investors, not to deal with individuals when it comes to doing business with the government.
The State House Investors Protection Unit is to ensure that we guide all investors, local and foreign, to ensure that they deal with authentic leaders of government agencies, but also even if it was a private person, there is Private Sector Foundation of Uganda where there are agencies that are private but have authentic leaders.
Additionally, Kano Nakolema commended the Executive Director of OWA, Dr. James Musenguzi, for his quick response when the issue was brought to his attention.
When Haji Mulindwa approached us with frustration from an individual in the names of Dr. Rachel Mbabazi working for WUA, I contacted the Executive Director, Dr. Musenguzi, and he quickly attended to Haji Mulindwa here. He invited him to his office, and right now Haji Mulindwa has a plan made by WUA to deliver his animals before the end of this month of July.
On the other hand, Kano Nakalema handed Mbabazi's case to the State House Anti-Corruption Unit for further management. Representing Dr. Musenguzi, the UWA Director for Biodiversity Management, Dr. John Makombo, said as the authority, they have closely worked with Shipu to ensure that they reasonably conclude this matter. Mr. Makombo also apologized to Haji Mulindwa for the mischief.
We've coordinated very well to ensure that we take this matter beyond this tent, so that the citizens who are there outside there should actually see that we are not covering issues that are impacting the investments of the citizens of Uganda. We apologize before Mzee, and we pray that you take our apology with a sincere heart.
On his part, Haji Mulindwa thanked Kano Nakalema for her intervention, saying that she handled his matter promptly and professionally. Charity Marion Imnat for UBC News.
Now, news just in. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has pledged full support for the construction of Lwatamo House, which will serve as both an administrative office and a commercial plaza for Buganda clan leaders.
Upon acquiring land on Plot 1 along Kabaka Njagala Lane in Mengo, the Bataka of Buganda presented an architectural plan to the President, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Now the President has officially launched the groundbreaking for the construction of the Bataka complex to be named Lwatamu House.
My sister came and talked about the Bataka, whom of course I knew. So I understood that for sure in the tradition you cannot do without the Bataka.
He pledged deployment of the UPDF Engineering Brigade to implement the construction of the facility, which is valued at 58 billion shillings.
I'm very happy to support the Bataka. Now the other issue of building the house, 58 billion, we shall organize the money. And also I will get the Army Engineering to come and do it.
The President commends the Bataka for their role in the 1986 Liberation War and for their ongoing contributions to Uganda's economic transformation.
When we were fighting against Ani, against Obote, the Bataka were with us. Many. Like in my area there, you get people like Kezelon Sonko. These were our big supporters.
The State Minister for Information, Communication and Technology, Joyce Nabosa Sebugwao, welcomed the President's gesture of recognizing the Buganda clan leaders.
After His Excellency successfully paying for this land, we managed to secure the titles from the landlord, and they are kept in the Ministry of Lands, Housing and Urban Development. So far, 4 titles have already been transferred. The rest of the titles, we are working on them, and by next week they will be done. But what we are trying to do, according to what the Bataka want, they want all those 12 titles to be amalgamated into one title.
Buganda clan heads and royals expressed gratitude to the President and pledged their full support for other government-led development initiatives. President Museveni purchased this land at the request of the Buganda clan leaders who previously lacked a formal administrative office. He also supported the Bataka Circle with the 200 million shillings and has now committed to funding the construction of a 6-storied building. Abdunasir Lubwama and Andrew Sebla for UBC.
Now, a little bit away from Lwatamu into NRM tribunals, the newly instituted NRM elections petition tribunal has set the next week, Tuesday 29th, to hear election petitions. The NRM parliamentary primaries on 17th July 2025 have attracted about 381 petitions across the country, with petitioners complaining of rigging, multiple voting, intimidation, and other irregularities from opponents.
The tribunal was constituted to receive, hear, and resolve petitions arising from the electoral process. Our mandate is to ensure that all grievances are addressed fairly, expeditiously, and in strict adherence to the NRM Constitution, the NRM Election Regulations 2025, and the applicable national laws. As of this morning, the tribunal has received 381 petitions from across the country. In accordance with the guidelines of the Filing and Handling of Election Petitions 2025, issued by the Director of Legal Services, each petitioner is required to serve a copy of their petition on the respondent. In addition to this, the tribunal is taking proactive steps to notify respondents through mainstream media, electronic communication, and direct telephone calls using the contacts provided at the time of nomination. I'm now speaking about the nature of the petitions we've received. The petitions received cover a wide range of electoral concerns, including allegations of vote rigging, multiple voting, violence and obstruction of polling agents, participation of ineligible candidates, and procedural irregularities during voting and tallying. Now, this is a structure that the tribunal will be working under. To effectively manage this task, the tribunal has been organized into 8 panels, comprising of highly competent, ethical, I like to underline ethical, legal professionals and trusted cadres of the party, and hearing of the petitions will commence on Tuesday, and that's a slight correction when you read the prepared brief. Tuesday, not Monday. Tuesday, 29th of July, 2025 at 9 a.m. sharp at this very place.
Abeka mara tuzi. Awarunji. Nafe tujja.
Oh. Bami kwangu. Anya inakuchange ono.
Uncle, you can just use your phone.
Hey, tuina mombo.
Va kumwana kununya change.
Nayanziza nnyo.
Nange kwete.
Yes sir.
Zo ziri mmeka?
Jire 3 kitundu.
3 kitundu.
Yes sir.
Ngayiro. Sente ngazinzugoddeko.
But uncle, you can't get from your phone.
Just keep on playing your bodies. What do you mean? Mweba rutegeka nze no bora bankoye va ku machandi mu shopping. Juma jamwe ambe ku munno muti kule ebintu. Muri mutya?
Uncle, you're suffering again. Can you put it on your phone and make money?
Bye-bye. Mosuri domtuma. Unda zo kwagara. Naye. Thanks for baraba. Bit, pombo wasicharu wao. Jajja mwongere ko. Mwagara nyoro omuru ekinyebwa.
Kandete kando.
Hey. Tuwetaga kutambula. Gwene bwotula.
Tubere munzikiza.
Senga natumo inokugumiikiriza.
Uniquely ours. Explore Uganda.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
Step into a world of excellence, comfort and pride with Royal Foam Furniture, crafted to perfection right here in Uganda. We bring you state-of-the-art living room furniture and bedding products at affordable prices. Our wide variety of mattresses include orthopedic, pillow top, spring mattresses suitable for institutions like hotels, and many others for home comfort. With every piece telling a story of royal excellence, our products are built with the highest quality materials made to last. Experience royalty with Royal Foam Furniture, proudly made in Uganda, so buy Uganda and build Uganda. Visit our showrooms at Ginger Road, Chambogo Junction, Bukota Chisasi Road, and on Victoria Mall, Entebbe, on the first floor.
At UNOC, we believe in safety.
When you want to relax your body and refresh your mind, welcome to Hotel La Confidential, Aroa's premier destination for luxury and comfort. The only hotel in Aroa City offering a serene atmosphere, breathtaking scenery. Come and discover our exclusive wellness club with packages that include a fully equipped gym, a rejuvenating sauna, steam bath, and a great sky blue swimming pool. For events, our state-of-art conference halls and versatile event spaces are perfect for hosting shows, wedding receptions, birthdays, and more. Come and enjoy our cinema hall and unisex saloon, all designed to meet your entertainment and grooming needs. Bring your family and let your kids splash around in our beautiful kids water park. We are located on Aroa Pakwachi Highway in the heart of Aroa City. Don't wait. Visit us on www.hotelconfidential.com or call us on 0761 688 181.
Welcome back from that short break. Now over to Kiruhura. The declared winner of 4 Kiruhura District Woman Member of Parliament seat under the NRM ticket in the 2026 general election, parliamentary elections, Ruth Rujoki Mushabe has described her main political rival who lost to her in the just concluded NRM primary elections, incumbent Jovenice Renduru, a self-seeker and opportunist trying to hijack her victory. Let's hear more in this report.
Last week, the NRM Electoral Commission declared Ruth Rujoki Musabe the duly elected NRM candidate for the Kiruhura District Woman Representative race in the 2026 Parliamentary General Elections under the NRM ticket.
It was very nice, it was okay, it was transparent. Nothing happened in that sub-county.
I salute President Museveni and NRM and the government of the Republic of Uganda for establishing this method of voting, line Musururu.
Rujoki Mushabe pulled victory with 24,757 votes, posting a 50.3% against incumbent Jovenice Renduru, who trailed in the second position with 21,205 votes, placing a 43.1% for Ninsima Salevela in the third position with 1,399 votes, fixing a 2.8% for Allen Natukunda on the last tail with 872 votes, casting 1.8%.
This election has proven that Kiruhura stands for democracy, order, and peace. We held a clean, free, and fair election, free of violence or chaos.
However, in what sounds to be a turnaround of events, incumbent Giovanni's Renduru Twinobu Shinje early this week threatened to petition the NRM Electoral Commission, refuting the electoral results.
There was power and money, because when a common person sees the URA boss getting involved with the elect, they think this is government. And for us with government, we really respect the government.
In response to her midweek threats, Ruth Rujoki Mushabe has described her as a self-seeker and opportunist trying to hijack her victory to suppress the voice of the electorate in Kiruhura district.
The picture circulated by my opponent's agents on X, former Twitter, with a bag of money placed down was actually from Kapchora, not Kiruhura. If you people in the news have seen those happenings in Kapchora, you will relate the pictures. My brother is not a soldier and does not own a firearm. How can a civilian command soldiers? In fact, they allege that someone reported my brother to police for putting him or her at gunpoint. The in charge of Kashonji, OC, can testify whether they received any such a case against my brother.
Speaking at a press conference in Kiruhura district, Rujoki appealed to incumbent Giovanni's Renduru Twinobu Shinje to respect the will of the people of Kiruhura district.
They have launched an attack on registrars where they lost. My opponent had a stamp for her agents to stamp and sign each DR form. We have all DR forms with my opponent's signature and stamps, confirming that agents signed according to the votes cast.
Rujoki also appreciated the UPDF fraternity and President Museveni for maintaining a conducive security environment that enabled a peaceful election in Kiruhura district last week, void of no violence and other related electoral malpractices.
We want to ensure that Kiruhura remains peaceful, truthful, free from hired liars. And that is why I'm going to make sure I pursue this to its logical conclusion. We have a good government led by President Museveni that respects the law. Our president is committed to investigations and will always look and seek the truth on the ground, not online.
Rujoki appealed to her supporters and the people of Kiruhura district to remain calm, united, and maintain peace.
Election wasn't a do or die affair. Let us be human. I call upon everyone to remain calm, united, and stand for a united Kiruhura. Victory is ours. No one will take it away from me or from you, my supporters.
Now over to Napak district in Karamoja sub-region. There was a peaceful, as we can say, peacefully concluded its NRM LC5 chairperson primaries, marking a significant milestone in the district's democratic progress. Let's hear more in this report.
Guti Longole, I'm the NRM chairperson for Napak district. So far, we are happy for today. We have just concluded with the LC5 chairperson selection.
In the LC5 chairperson race, Kodette John Detex emerged victorious, securing 33,104 votes against Ilkol McLoy, who polled 10,508 votes.
So I personally declare Kodette John Detex to be the flag bearer for Napak LC5 chairperson.
District Returning Officer Joseph Maruk commended the exercise as a symbol of growing civic responsibility and democratic maturity in Napak. Vote tallying started at 7 p.m. and ended at 11:30 without incident.
And I, Maruk Joseph, given the authority to declare the results.
The winners are now poised to contest in the 2026 general elections with priorities in health, education, infrastructure, trade, natural resources, and community development, guided by the District Client Charter, a framework for citizen rights, service benchmarks, and accountability.
As we head towards the presidential elections, we would like to urge all the people of Karamoja to ensure that we all mobilize for His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni and make sure that we overwhelmingly vote him 100% in all our communities, and in Napak specifically we are looking at ensuring that we get 100% vote.
As Napak charts its path forward, the peaceful polls reinforce its commitment to inclusive development and self-reliance.
The winner will be Joyce with 1,450.
Now, the NRM elections returning officer for Bududa has declared Natubu George Wafula as the winner in the party's local council primaries held on Thursday, 24th July, after scoring 105 to 186 votes, translating into a 65.8%. George Wafula beat the incumbent district chairperson Milton Kaumoti Wasungwi, who polled 46 by 455, which represented a 29.1%.
You find that most of the people were engaged in the market, and our market starts in the morning up to evening, so it held most of the voters.
Turn up of voters. This one I can term it as turning the election as commercialized it, and have commercialized it in the way that they say voters are saying where there is no money, there is no vote. So they are waiting for many people to come in and mobilize them through giving them something before they turn up for elections.
The number which was there, it was not expected, but people tried.
We have a number of village registrars and parish registrars. These ones we are handling with security so that we really get enough evidence so that by tomorrow we shall have put them in cells.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll-free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
Welcome onto the business desk. Now, Uganda Clays Limited has reported a net loss of 4.9 billion shillings in the calendar of 2024 compared to the 2.8 billion in 2023. Now, according to the board of directors and management, the negative result was primarily driven by an escalation in operational and financing costs, which outpaced the modest growth in revenue.
Uganda Clays Limited has issued a full statement of its annual performance report for the year ended 31st December 2024 at a virtual annual general meeting in Kampala. Similar to 2023, the company yet again reported a drop in profitability.
We posted a second consecutive annual loss, an outcome that is deeply regretted, and a clear signal that fundamental changes are required. While external conditions were largely favorable, internal operational inefficiencies, aging infrastructure, high energy costs, and supply chain constraints significantly eroded our ability to capitalize on market growth.
For the shareholders, the loss-making year translates to 0 dividends.
The board is not recommending a dividend for the financial year 2024. Preserving cash remains essential to financing Uganda Clays' turnaround and capital investment plans.
However, the company, which has been around for over 7 decades, is promising massive recalibration of its processes to return to profitability. Its strategic 10-year plan focuses on turnaround, repair, and aggressive growth, says Engineer Martin Kasekende, the board chairman.
Repair will see the optimization of existing processes, investments in automation and skills, and the restoration of operational efficiency. Aggressive growth envisions product diversifications into complementary building materials and regional expansion across East Africa, positioning Uganda Clays as a dominant industry player beyond Uganda's borders. This strategy has already begun to materialize in tangible ways. A key milestone is the successful delivery of 90% of the Italian tile manufacturing line at the Kajansi plant in Q1 2025.
These sentiments are re-emphasized by the management under the stewardship of Ruben Tumwebaze.
We want also to put up a huge capacity brick line, like I said, in the next 3 to 5 years. Once these projects are finalized and realized, we promise a growth revenue in the tune of 100 billions. This is critical, especially the brick line project. It's a mass production product. It will change the narrative as far as our environment is concerned.
Established in 1950, Uganda Clays remains the leading manufacturer of high-quality clay-backed building products in Uganda. Dennis Igoa for UBC.
To sports, a Sail Swim Club in partnership with Swim Safe Uganda has trained young swimmers in water safety and survival techniques to raise awareness about drowning and prevention.
1, 2, 3, let's go. Everyone front on the back.
20 young swimmers went through the basics of water safety and survival swimming at Selfish Swim Club in Bugolobi as part of the Drowning Prevention Campaign to commemorate the World Drowning Prevention Campaign Day 2025.
And we're doing this to commemorate the World Drowning Prevention Day, which is coming up on Friday. We've just given our swimmers the skills that they need to survive around the water. Usually we focus on the competitive swimming, teaching strokes, but we rarely get the time to teach them what they need to do in case of an emergency. So much as they have the swimming skills that they need, they lacked the bit of what they need to do in case of an emergency. So we've gone through things like water safety, how to stay safe around the water bodies, not just the swimming pool. We've gone through personal survival skills. We've gone through rescuing or towing someone that needs help. And we've also gone through a bit of first aid. Everything has been basic just for them to get the knowledge.
The training was run in partnership with Swim Safe Uganda, covered areas like first aid, for presumed drowning, improvisation to save a life, among other things.
We have gone through the first steps, the best steps on what somebody can do that involved, personal survival, giving the first aid and the first care, to the club members. So, and to make sure that we give essential skills in water safety and survival swimming, which is the first layer according to the WHO recommendation on how to prevent drowning. It was advised that we promote, water safety and survival swimming, and also promote rescue. It's not only swimming as a sport, but also survival swimming and water safety, which is very vital information that every Ugandan, everyone in the world needs to be having with you. How can you be on water in case of aquatic emergencies?
This year's theme, A Story Can Save a Life, highlights the diverse phases of drowning through personal testimonies, underscoring the importance of sharing experiences to prevent such tragedies. Marsha Mira Victor and Grace Joyce Kemigisha for UBC News.
That does bring us to the end of our bulletin, and of course we will catch up with you at 10 o'clock. But before we sign out, let's take a recap on the headlines. President Tonight, President Yoweri Museveni launches the CHAN 2024 tournament in Uganda. President Museveni commits to construct Bataka administrative complex. Kanu Nakalema intervenes in extortion case involving UA staff. Sailfish and Swim Safe Uganda train youth on water safety. And that's all we had time for. My name is Patricia Lukoma. Mpango Mugalo Mohammed has been with us on sign language. Please stay tuned and let's meet again at 10.